Welcome back to the Perkins Perspective. I'm Denny. To tell my story tonight, I'm going to have to let you know a couple of things about our family. Number one, I love my brothers and I love my sister very much. But number two, my younger brother and my sister are adopted. You never know that. We don't even really talk about it that much, but it does come into play in some of my stories, and you'll see on down the line when that happens. Now, in order to tell the story that I'm going to tell now, I'm going to let you know it don't matter where they were born, what was going on at the time. My brother and my sister are my brother and my sister, period. Now let's get on to the story. Tonight we're talking about Tracy, my sister. Now my sister, we got her when she was about 6 months old. Me and Jonathan, my younger brother Jonathan, were both 3 years old at the time. My sister came into the world for some reason. She loved my hair. I don't know why. Probably because it was bright orange. When I say I'm a ginger, I'm a ginger. I sunburn on a cloudy day under a shade tree. I am a ginger. Now, she used to, Mama would watch her and Mama'd let her do it. She'd just let her do it. She'd catch me laying on the floor because all of us boys laid in the floor to watch TV at night. My sister would crawl around. Somehow, before I knew what was going on, she'd straddle my back and had 2 handfuls of hair just a pulling. She did it to me all the time. And along with my kids, I think that's part of the reason why I'm bald now. But she would pull it and pull it and pull it. That was the way she was as a baby. Now, let's go on further into time. She used to get in trouble. When she would get into trouble, she thought her avenue out of getting into trouble every time was, I know I might have done that, Mama, but look what Denny did. Look what Jonathan did. It was always like that. Me and Jonathan would hide it so good. We would hide it so good, and she'd rat us out every time. It was always, look what Jonathan did, look what Denny did. And then Mama would somewhat punish her and then come after us. That was my sister. She also was our, I guess you could say, our how am I going to put this lightly? She was our instrument of training when we were coming up, and we liked the WWE. It was the WWF then. And we would pull a mattress into the living room while Mama was at work and Daddy was in the bed asleep because he worked the night shift. We would pull the mattress into the living room, and she would volunteer to help us out. And when I say volunteer, she really didn't have much of a choice. But we would ask her, do you want to, hey, will you do this? Or we do, and she would be like, no. And when we'd convince her, and my brother put her in a figure 4 leg lock one time. I thought I thought legs were broke for sure. I'd put her in a sleeper hold or something, but he put her slap in a figure 4. And she took it and she told on us and we got in trouble. But we'd come back next day, do the same thing again. And, that's what we did. My sister was tough, in other words. We brought her up tough. Now, there was another time that, and she reminded me of this story today. Thank you, Tracy. We were watching a movie on TV, one of our scary movies. That's still one of my favorite kind of movies to watch. But she wasn't shut up. She had just got out of the shower, her head wet and everything. We didn't know what it would. We threw her out, and it was cold outside. Well, we wouldn't let her back in because we was trying to watch her movie, and she wasn't shut up. Well, she went around and was beating on the windows, beating on them, telling us to let her in, let her in. She hit one so hard she broke it. And who got in trouble for that? We did. We got in trouble for it. She didn't get nothing, of course. That was just, love my sister. I do. But she got us in trouble too. A lot of times uh, we would catch her doing things and whatnot, and we'd laugh at her a little bit and it's just Tracy. And that's how everybody looked at it. It's just Tracy. Because my sister, if you'd have to meet her, this is how she talks. And it's all the time. That's the way she did. So you can kind of understand maybe why we threw her butt out in the yard. But now there was another time that I can think of when me and my mother uh, heard her crying in her room, and we was like, "What's going on?" We went into the bedroom. Y'all, she was sitting Indian style on her dresser, looking in the mirror, just a crying. I mean, just bawling. And we were like, "What's wrong, Tracy? What's wrong? Are you okay? What's going on? What's wrong?" Well, she finally turned around and looked at us and said, "I was just seeing how blue my eyes would turn." I think when we was wrestling with her, we might have gone too far and done a little bit more damage than we thought. But that's my sister, people, and I love her. I'm going to see her again tomorrow. She's bringing her daughter and her newest little addition, little Avery, and I'm going to get to see him. And Funkle Denny is going to rule. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope everything you want in life comes true, and I hope that you work hard to get it. Now, I also want you to understand one thing, that if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough, and if you're going to do it good. I'll talk to y'all later.